The situation is getting tense between Iran and the US and Israel, and there are multiple attacks today on Iran by Israel and US. The Israel started the operation Roaring Lion, with US initiated the operation Epic Fury against Iran. Iran retaliated by launching missiles on Israel and US assets in Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, and Saudi Arabia. You can see here, this is the footage where a building in Bahrain is hit by an Iranian kamikaze drone. The situation is getting tense as it is being escalated, and the war is now a regional war. His Tucker Carlson, he said that the US is war because Israel wants US to be in war against Iran. And it is reported that a defense system FPS in Qatar that intercepts missile, that radar that warns, early warning radar system that is in Qatar, $1.1 billion was it, that has been hit by Iranian missiles. The situation is not so good for the region and for the people. You can see here the visuals. The people in Israel are in the bunkers. Ayatollah Khamenei was targeted by both Israel and US earlier today. There are news that he's alive and he is in Iran. People in England are raising Iranian flags and protesting in favor of Iran and want the war to end. There is a visual. These are visuals of an attack by Israel and US on a school in Iran, in which 50. This was a primary school, and 50 little girls, died here in an attack. Civilians must be kept out of war from both sides. Both sides should avoid target civilians. There's an update that IRGC Navy has announced the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. They have an audio message as well. In a message, the IRGC Navy has said that the Strait of Hormuz is now closed And this is big news as 20% of the oil supply of the whole world is through this strait. The oil prices will go up. There is an interesting post by Mario Nofoli. He says that 1995, 2006, 2012, 2015, 2018, 2025, Iran is building a nuclear bomb. He too says that I don't know, some of it might be a fake video, but most probably Netanyahu of Israel is repeatedly saying it from over the years that that Iran is building a nuclear bomb. Yes, more enough all again. He says he quotes an old clip of President Trump in the time of Barack Obama, in which the Trump said that our president, quote unquote, our president is weak and he will start war with Iran because he has no ability in the air. He's weak and he's ineffective. He said it in 2011. He said it to Barack Obama. But now he himself has started the war with Iran. Live updates are coming. Iran is striking Tel Aviv, and the Israel Iron Dome and missile defense systems, air defense systems are intercepting the missiles. Most of the missiles go intercepted. Few can hit. Few hits we have seen. These are Iranian missiles in Tel Aviv skies. Appears to be an older video of the 12-day conflict which happened previous year. Iraq's PMF paramilitary forces have joined now Iran in striking US assets. Yemen too has joined. This is building. A kamikaze Iranian drone hit a building in Bahrain. Reza Shah Pahlavi calls for Iranians to take their country back. The exiled Reza Pahlavi calls for Iranians to take their country back. He aired a message for the Iranians to go against their leadership. Now again, Tucker Carlson says 80% of Americans oppose war with Iran. This is huge. This is, you can see here, this is probably a drone or a missile that hit a building. in Bahrain. Huge impact. These are scenes from Bahrain. Most probably a kamikaze Iranian drone, Shaheed drone, hit a building. Iran is bluffing here. Iran is attacking the US bases in Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, most probably Kuwait as well, Jordan. This is because Iran knows that by this way he can pressurize the Gulf and the Middle Eastern countries to enter and to play their part and role in order to negotiate and stop this war. Iran is making this bluff, but it can go otherwise as well. If Qatar, UAE, and Jordan, and Kuwait, and Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia get hit, they might attack Iran and in retaliation, and that will be not good for Iran, and not good for the region, and not good for the people, and not good for the civilians. That, but Iran is gambling here and is bluffing here. These are scenes from Iraq. The people in Iraq are supporting Iran. Charlie Kick. It says that the war is destructive to our own country, meaning thereby to US. Earlier today, when Donald Trump launched Operation Epic Fury, he said that the IRGC should surrender or else face the consequences. He gave them the offer, which clearly IRGC refused and attacked back with the kamikaze drones on the US side, bases and with the missiles. Early warning radar system in Qatar has been targeted by Iranian missiles. This is a huge blow to America. This is $1.1 billion, and it was located in Qatar, and it was a warning radar system. These are visuals. The Iron Dome and Israeli air defense systems are intercepting Iranian missiles. We are keeping you updated about the recent situation. Thomas Massey, the congressman, says we'll move the motion and resolution in order to block Donald Trump's attack on on Iran. China and Russia, they call for the attacks by US and Israel to stop. The breaking news from Foreign Minister of Iran says that all officials are safe and alive, and he confirms that they have lost one or two commanders, but it says that's not a big problem because that happens in wars. Probably the IRGC naval commander or the army chief might be, because these were being claimed by US and Israel that they are among those dead. So, in other words, foreign minister is like confirming that one of these two might have been targeted, and confirms that almost all officials are safe and alive. Alive confirms that Ayatollah Khamenei and President Masoud Pezeshkian is alive as well. Now, there is a news coming from Israeli Broadcasting Authority that needed to be verified. But this news says that the negotiations with Iran were aimed at misleading and preparing for an attack. These were a smokescreen. Trump and Netanyahu had already set the date of the attack on Iran weeks ago. This is an Iranian account which says that they did not attack Bahrain, they attacked US military naval base in Bahrain. They did not attack UAE, but they did attack US military base in UAE. They did not attack Qatar, they did attack US military base and assets in Qatar. Differentiating between attack in Bahrain and attack on US military bases. Obviously, it's an Iranian perspective. You can disagree or agree with it. These news coming, which needs to be verified, that Iranians, which were who were opposing the Iranian Islamic regime, they are celebrating the death of Mujtaba Khamenei and the son of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and his wife Zahra. But these are to be verified. That is Zahra and Mujtaba alive or not. No news from these news needed yet to be verified. We can't confirm these now, and we'll update you when we get the confirmation that if these are true or not. The main purpose of US and Israeli attack on the three main purposes: one, regime change; number two, to not let Iran make nukes; and number three is that to destroy or to end the missiles, Iranian missiles. These are footages when the American launched their attack on Iran. You can see these footages, the preparation and the time when the fighter just took off, and the time when they attacked multiple locations in Iran. More than 200 people have died in attacks in Iran, and approximately 800 are injured and hospitalized. Now, there's a clip from 214, and Marian Nofal has tweeted it on his X account, which says that former CIA analyst Philip says that if US goes to war with Iran in the future, it would not be because Tehran is actually a threat to America, but it is because Israel and its powerful lobby in the US wants America to attack Iran. And this is a clip from 2014. French President Macron says he did not attack Iran and he's not completely aware of when this started, and he's not into it, clearly keeping himself away from these tensions. A nice choice by him. This is when the Iranian missiles hit the Fifth Fleet stationed at US Naval Fifth Fleet. The people of Bahrain. This is the night time when again for the second time the US Fifth Fleet stationed at Bahrain was attacked, and the people recording in Bahrain these visuals, they were celebrating that the American bases were attacked by Iran. Most probably Iran and Israel and US will again attack Iran tonight with their jets and F-22s and F-35s and cruise and Tomahawk missiles. Keir Starmer, the PM of UK, says Iran can end this now. They should refrain from further strikes, give up their weapons and programs, and don't suppress the Iranian people. Keir Starmer says it. Oh, this is getting dangerous. This is Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, and the kamikaze drones are flying nearby it. One drone, if it gets it, that will be very destructive. Very destructive if any of the drone gets to hit Burj Khalifa. These are bags and bodies of the little girls from primary school which were targeted by Israel and US. More than 50 or 60 little girls from primary school died there, and this is where both sides should refrain targeting children and civilians and non-military installations, and the civilians and children shouldn't be targeted by both sides. Clearly, these are blatant violations of international law and the moral code of conduct as well, and the religious code of conduct as well. And these are scenes coming on from Pakistan as well. These probably look scenes from northern areas, from either Gilgit-Baltistan side or Kashmir side. That people are into the streets condemning US and Israeli attack on Iran. We'll keep you updated. We'll keep you updated. No, this is back Netanyahu says there's signs are growing that Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, was killed in airstrikes. He says there's a signs coming, but he cannot confirm it. And as well, the foreign minister of Iran also said that one or two people, commanders died, but hinting it that Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is alive. Time to stop here. This is when the Iranian drone hit the Dubai hotel, probably your time for us to take a break and stop, and we'll keep you updated. Thank you. These are footages when an Iranian kamikaze drone, Shaheed, was hit in a hotel in Dubai. We're keeping you updated about the situations in Iran and Israel and US. The main thing here is the point that is to be noted that Iran is actually gambling or bluffing, most probably, when it attacks Qatar and Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain. Iran says that they're targeting the US assets there, but actually the people, the Qatar, the government of Qatar, the government of Saudi Arabia, the government of Bahrain, and the government of UAE truly don't like this, and they saw it as a violation of their sovereignty. So they clearly see it as the violation of their sovereignty. So they say that they deserve the right to retaliate. So Iran is making a gambling here, or making a bluff here that these missiles or drones on their lands, the Middle East countries, Muslim Middle countries' land, and the Gulf countries' land, will build pressure on these countries, and they will mediate. Between US and Iran, and the war this way will come to an end. This is a gamble by Iran, and we'll see how it works. This can backfire as well if these countries decide to retaliate against Iran. We'll keep you updated about the situation and the scenario unfolding. This is it from us now, and we'll again be here to give you updates about the scenarios unfolding. And this is a funny clip here. It's on a lighter note. His Foreign Minister Ghazi says that regime change is impossible in Iran. One of the agendas of Israel and US attacks in Iran was regime change. The other two being to stop Iran from developing nuclear weapons and to halt its or destroy its would be the right word to say, the ballistic missile program, which Iran says that it is not negotiable. New footages are coming of Iranian missiles, probably Sicil missiles. These can be Sicil missiles heading towards Israel or US assets in Middle Eastern countries and Gulf countries. And these are serious visuals, and Iran has a kamikaze drone hitting a Bahrain's elite apartment unit. Things can trigger from here to regional and a serious war if any high profile assassination takes place here. Trump and here's Macron. That's a huge thing to say. Macron says that nobody believes Iran has nuclear weapons. French leader Macron calls out US aggressions and says nobody believes Iran has nuclear weapons. He is clearly not into it. He doesn't want his hands to get dirty in this mess. That's a nice approach and nice choice by him.
Si on se règle par la voie diplomatique.
Netanyahu says that they have taken out key figures and attacked nuclear program and taken out key figures related to the nuclear program, but they cannot confirm it. That's a missile depot struck in northern Iran, probably a US missile or F-22 Raptor or Israeli missile hit a missile depot struck in northern Iran. That is the news from Iran that a missile depot has been struck in northern Iran. Footages show probably a missile being hit. This is Al Jazeera with the breaking news. Now, this is confirmed that Netanyahu claims Israel destroyed Khamenei's compound, but no one can confirm if Khamenei was in it while the compound was hit or he was not there when the compound was targeted. This is the breaking news from Al Jazeera that Netanyahu claims Israel destroyed Khamenei's compound. he earlier said that the signs are that Ayatollah Khamenei is no more, but he cannot confirm it. Whereas the foreign minister of Iran said that he is alive. Contradictory reports from both countries. Only time will confirm. Now, Al Jazeera with another breaking news that Trump spoke to the leaders of Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, and NATO chief, probably taking them into confidence because earlier Iran hit with the with the ballistic missiles and kamikaze drones the US assets on the lands of Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, and Bahrain. A big question is, can NATO jump in and attack Iran? Clearly, France is not into it. Macron says that this should stop. So France is not into it. Can other NATO countries join? Tayyip Erdogan of Turkey also says that this should end and he's ready for negotiations. He is ready to mediate between the countries. He also offered his services. This is an account of Iran military, and they say that the Tel Aviv has been hit by a missile. These are again the scenes from Bahrain, where the US 5th Fleet is stationed, Naval 5th Fleet is stationed, and when the missile hit the target, the US asset, the Bahrainians are enjoying and celebrating it. Whereas the government of Bahrain says that it is a clear violation of international law that and of their sovereignty that Bahrain has been targeted. But the people of Bahrain are enjoying that US assets have been targeted. Bahrain stations the 5th Fleet of US. There's a big news coming that Iranian's Ministry of Culture just cancelled Khamenei's speech. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who was to address his people tonight, the speech has been cancelled with no reason and no explanation. Ali Khamenei's speech, the supreme leader of Iran's speech, has been cancelled. This is the news coming here that from the Iranian's Ministry of Culture that Ali Khamenei's speech has been cancelled. Ali Khamenei's speech has been cancelled without any explanation and without any reasons. And is this a cover-up? And the current regime doesn't want to show that Ali Khamenei is no more, or it's just due to security reasons. We'll find out in meantime. We'll find out this. Is it the news that Ali Khamenei is no more? That's why the speech has been cancelled, or is it due to the security reasons that the speech has been cancelled? We'll find out in the time. But this is the news coming that the speech of Ali Khamenei, he was to address his nation tonight. The speech is cancelled without any explanation, without any reason. The speech has been cancelled. Now the question is it cancelled due to that he's no more and he's being killed in Israeli and US airstrike, or these are purely due to security reasons? We are keeping an eye on it. We'll see that is it due to that Ali Khamenei is no more, or is it due to security reasons that the speech has been cancelled? Ali Khamenei was to address his people tonight. The speech has been cancelled without an explanation. These are Iranians out and celebrating and supporting their leaders. Earlier, there was news that that needed to be confirmed that the son of Ali Khamenei, Mujtaba Khamenei, has been targeted and killed. Yet to be confirmed, but there was news coming out that he is killed. That needed to be confirmed. We'll find out in some time that whether this was the true news or not. That Mujtaba Khamenei, who was and who can be the potential successor of Ali Khamenei, has been hit. We'll find out in some time that this news is true or not, because so much is going on. It's difficult to confirm everything right now, but this was the news that was coming out, which is yet to be confirmed, that the Mujtaba Khamenei, the son of Ali Khamenei, has been hit. Yet to be confirmed. I repeat, that is yet to be confirmed. Now here's come Netanyahu and says that the campaign will continue against Iran as long as it is needed. Obviously, their goals are regime change, to destroy nuclear program, and to destroy the ballistic missile program of Iran. How long it will continue? As long as these. Fox News says that the strikes on US assets leave no casualty. Iranian strikes on US assets in Bahrain, in Saudi Arabia, in Qatar, in UAE, but no casualties of US citizen or personnel. The Islamic resistance in Iraq announces its entry into the battle alongside Iran. Earlier, the Yemeni Houthis also entered into war. The Hezbollah, the PMF in Iraq, the Houthis in Yemen, all are entering into the war siding with Iran. Now this is a huge attack by US and Israel. This is airstrike in Zinjan in Iran. This is airstrike in Zinjan in Iran. The footage shows that it's a massive strike by US and Israel, probably on the stockpiles of missiles or some munitions might be here. That's why it is targeted. Now you can see here that Netanyahu claims that there are many signs that Ayatollah is no more, but that is yet to be confirmed. Netanyahu also says that they have destroyed the compound in which Khamenei used to live. Netanyahu says that and the IDF has destroyed the compound in which Ayatollah Ali Khamenei used to live. And he says that there are signs that Ayatollah Khamenei is no more, but that news is yet to be confirmed, he says further. These are videos when the attacks were initiated on Iran. These are videos when the attacks were initiated on Iran. And these are footages when the radars and the compounds and the defense batteries and the missiles and the stockpiles munitions were hit. IRGC compounds as well hit by IDF and US Air Forces, and now China comes and says US and Israel should stop military operation against Iran immediately. This is Iranian missile hit in Qatar right now. An Iranian missile hit headquarters of CENTCOM in Qatar right now. CENTCOM headquarters in Qatar hit by Iranian missiles right now. CENTCOM headquarters in Qatar hit by Iranian missiles right now. You can see it clearly in this footage. Now Kuwait summons Iranian ambassadors after drone attack on their airport earlier. A drone attack was on the airport of Kuwait, and now Kuwait summons Iranian ambassadors, obviously to protest. And you can see what actions these Gulf countries and Middle Eastern countries can take. They have the option to expel Iranian ambassadors, probably. They have the option. The Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, all can expel the Iranian ambassadors from their countries. This is another option, because they clearly say that the attacks on their lands were a violation of their sovereignty.